Alright, hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I believe we're live now, which is my first time, so don't know if we're actually live. Let me turn up the mic as well, maybe that's fun. And let's get started with knitting. I have today my thank you very much top from Craftcorner that I am testing for her, which I really enjoy this process. It's just taking a long time to knit this up, but that's fine. That's alright. It's just lots of knitting 2x2 ribbing, which is great for mindless knitting, which is great for knitting and talking at the same time, I think, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today. So, oh yeah, I see. If you've seen my previous podcast, you know where we left off because I didn't do anything after that. So this is, I just found my yarn not at the right spot because I lost a couple of stitches because my needle flung off, which is not great, but we're dealing with it. So let me just knit in an opposite direction to get back to where my yarn actually is. Great. So I don't really know if anyone's watching right now, but if you are, hi. You can just drop a comment down below. But I'll be knitting here for a little while. This is my first live stream, so I don't know what I'm doing yet. This might absolutely not be the live streaming way to do things. I actually had a bit of technical difficulties getting the stream started because YouTube didn't really adhere to their 24 hours to approve your live streaming stuff. They kind of took 2-ish days to do it, so I only had access to live streaming 8:15, and then I didn't think it was going to happen because I really wanted to go live at 8, and then at 8 I still wasn't able to go live, so then I just thought it wasn't going to happen, but then it did, and I'm here, so I'm very happy with that. But it just means that I couldn't really give you any heads up to know that if you want to join, I'm going live. I didn't get the time to do a proper heads up or head over to my Instagram and post it. I posted on my story maybe 5 minutes before I went live, so that's not great either. But we're here now, and if you're watching, you're here now. If you're watching this back afterwards, you are here now, which is also great. So yeah, I'm here, I'm live. Life is great. So I am currently knitting this top, which is taking quite some time, and that's fine. It's just 2x2 ribbing on 2.5 millimeters now, so just the home stretch until I get to wear this. And it's the perfect weather to wear this right now because it is. I think today it went up to 28 degrees. It is still super warm here. I closed half my blinds, so the division you see there is where the sun meets my blinds, because otherwise I would have been fully in the sun right now. It is hot here, and it hasn't been super hot for the past couple months. Really just this week things really started to heat up and take off, and I really wasn't prepared for that because a week ago I was still just wearing sweaters and everything and wearing my warm jacket, and now I'm absolutely melting away wearing a t-shirt and some jeans to work. So yeah, that is super fun. Not, but that's alright. I'm doing fine. The heat is going to be something that I have to get used to, but after I finish this one, I will be super ready for the hot weather. I'm really excited to get my cotton knitted tank tops out that I knit last year. And I did get to wear them last year, but I was really excited to wear them this year again as well. Just kind of rotating the one sweater that I made before with the 4 or something camisoles, tank tops, kind of things that I have worked on last year, and then adding in something new. This is really the first time I'm entering a season where I already have some knitted items. Well, I do have the one sweater that I knit over a year ago, but it's not a great sweater. It's not really one that I want to wear out at all. I did get to wear my Amadeo summer sweater, so that's fun. I did get to wear that on Monday to the office just to work, to show it off, and that was great. It was like almost too hot to wear. It was not. The heat is not too bad. It is knit up in one strand of fingering weight merino yarn, and that is alright to wear at this, well, not at the 28 degrees weather, but it is alright to wear at the like 20-ish degree weather. I feel like as long as you're not sweating in it, it is fine. But I haven't sweating in it. If I were to wear it right now, I would have sweated a lot in it. Oh, hi, Salome. Welcome. I love to see that you're watching. And from Portugal even. Is it? Like, I imagine it is super hot there as well. Like, here it just got 28 degrees, which is pretty warm. Especially since it has only been like around 15 to 20 degrees the past few weeks. I was just saying how warm it is right now and how I really wasn't prepared. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now and it is super warm, but we're managing in the heat. We're managing. I'm just knitting, frantically knitting on my tank top so that I am super ready for real summer to hit. To just get to wear this tank when it is finished. I feel like 2x2 ribbing is great mindless knitting as well. It just flies by, but it sometimes flies by, but it sometimes also feels like a really long time. But this, I still have a little bit to go. It's a lot actually, like maybe 10 to 15 centimeters, so that's quite a lot of 2x2 ribbing to go through. But I'm really enjoying this process so far. I'm really enjoying this color as well. I think it looks quite good on me. I'm not super familiar with all the like color wheel things, like seasonal colors or what season I am. I don't know that kind of things, and that's fine. It's something that I would be very interested in, like learning what colors suit me best and what colors to avoid and everything. But I don't know, I don't see it, you know, when you watch those videos from people getting their colors analyzed, I just don't see if the summer or winter suits them better, or if they're cool tone, warm tone, whatever. I don't see it. So I kind of need someone to tell me, and then I'll be alright, that's it apparently. But I feel like I wouldn't be able to like tell by myself what it is. I don't know. It's just, I would love to know what colors suit me best, and I would definitely be up for creating a wardrobe around those colors, but I'm not really, like, I just don't know. I see that I'm going off. We're good. I just knit a purl stitch. We're good now. Like I would totally be up to get my colors like analyzed by someone and have them tell me what colors suit me best. And I would love to downsize on my wardrobe or to just only buy things in those colors going forward. But for now, it's just not really a thing. It's not really something that I know or something that I'm not actively looking to get my colors analyzed, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm going on and on about this. I'm just rambling today, which is fun. Yeah, anyway, I don't know how long this live stream will be. As I mentioned in the very beginning, this is my very, very first live stream, so I don't think I feel as nervous as I was at my first ever video, which was filmed almost a year ago. I believe it was filmed around my birthday in July. That's almost a year ago, and it didn't go live for a little while. I think it went live beginning of August, so I don't know. I was super nervous filming that video. I remember just stopping to record every time I messed something up. I just stopped and went back a couple sentences if I could remember what I was talking about, and then I just read it the entire segment. And editing that was tough. Like editing all those rough cuts together to kind of blend it in. It was rough. My first ever video is really not something I'm watching. I'm watching back a lot of the time. I did come across it a couple days ago, and I did give it a tiny watch, just a couple seconds, and I didn't get embarrassed or anything, but I just got not, I just wasn't too happy with my performance on that first video, which makes sense because it was my first ever YouTube video and first time ever I was making a video like that. So everything is fine, but I'm not really looking back on my previous videos, especially the ones where I didn't have my great microphone right now. Yeah, thank you. I am getting better and better. I do realize that I really love podcasting now, and I just ramble on, and then I just edit out the mistakes, or sometimes I don't even do that. I mispronounce things all the time. English isn't my first language, Dutch is, so not a native speaker, but I am rambling as if I am one. And sometimes in editing I realize that I have said a phrase wrong or something, or I worded some things incorrectly, and I just kind of let it slide, because in real life I don't get the chance to edit it out as well. Thank you. It's my Ferrari, kind of. I bought it at a secondhand vintage store, so I got it there. It's my Ferrari sweater. Oh, my dad's watching as well. Oh, that's so cute. Hi guys. Oh, really love that. Sorry, just got completely off the track. Just my parents are watching with my grandparents. That is super scary. Hi, how are you doing? It's my mom's birthday today, so I'm visiting my parents this weekend. We're arranging to meet up at a train station tomorrow morning, and then I'm just going to spend the weekend at my parents'. And I'm probably recording my Sunday video there. So if you see me in an unfamiliar situation, I am at my parents' holiday house. They have a lovely holiday house in the woods, and I just love going there with them. And just super excited to spend the weekend there to celebrate my mom's birthday a little bit. And yeah, just super excited about that. Yeah, it is super warm. Ah. Thank you, Salome. Thank you. Sure, she appreciates that. See, this is where I go wrong in my pronouncing things, and I'm just letting it slide. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to be upset about it. I just mispronounced something, and we're moving on. And that's great. As I was saying before, I am wearing this Ferrari t-shirt right now. I got it at a secondhand vintage shop, and it looks to be quite old. I really loved that. It is a Ferrari t-shirt, but it is kind of the blue color that Red Bull has at the moment. So I feel I'm kind of a hybrid between the two teams right now. That's fun. Aw. Bye, Dad and Mom and everyone. I'm really, really happy to see that you watched part of it and enjoy celebrating Mom's birthday. So yeah, I really like that it's kind of a hybrid between the two teams. I am an avid Formula One watcher. I watch every single Sunday and every Saturday, the quali, of course. Sometimes on Friday the practices even, but I don't have unlimited time, so I don't always watch every single second that the cars are racing. But I do really love watching Formula One on Sundays. One of my dad's friends actually got me into it, kind of, or well, one of my family's friends, because I was also friends with the kids. So their dad used to watch Formula One, and then I just watched with him a couple times, and then I kind of got hooked. I also have this memory of me being like 5 years old or something, or I don't know, I was very small, and I was just watching the cars go round and round and round, and I kind of pretended that I had the steering wheel, and I just stared with them whenever we got the onboard camera. That's a teeny tiny memory I have, and I must have been watching Formula One, and it must have been my dad watching Formula One, but I wasn't too hooked on it back then. I did have a racing track with electric racing cars. That was super fun to just drive those around the track, but no, I wasn't too hooked on cars or racing or anything growing up until I was maybe 14, 15 years old, and then I got into Formula One, and I haven't really looked back since. I'm now 23, almost 24, so it's been a while that I've been watching Formula One, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely enjoy watching it a lot. So yeah, I am wearing a Ferrari t-shirt, but I'm not really partial to any teams. I feel like everybody of course is a Ferrari fan, because how can you not? But everyone also hates Ferrari, because how can you not? And I don't know, I'm just not really a diehard fan of anyone or any team. I just mostly watch for the fun. Yeah, that's kind of me rambling about Formula One for a bit. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm watching that every Sunday, or every other Sunday, every time that it is on. And then apart from that, I also do have other hobbies. Knitting, obviously. I do knit a fair bit of my free time while watching Formula One, but also while watching some Netflix or some knitting YouTubers, because I do watch a bunch of knitting YouTubers. I don't watch all their videos, because I just find that with my almost full-time job at the moment, I don't really have a lot of energy to listen to a lot of input in the evenings. And knitting podcasts are usually a lot of input. Oh, hi Antje. So happy to see you here. This is Antje from Holland Creatief just joined. She is the one that I've been raving on and on about, and every single video I make, basically every podcast, I'm always mentioning Holland Creatief because it's just one of my favorite brands ever. And I just love Antje as well. I got to meet her twice now, once at the Handwerkbeurs and once at the Breidagen, which are some Dutch yarn or knitting fairs in the Netherlands. And yeah, I just love that I love that I'm just seeing some familiar faces right now. It is... yeah, me as well. Like, people who I know are actually watching. Which is the fun part about making YouTube videos, is that you don't actually know who's watching and you can just pretend like nobody's watching, but this is interactive right now. So it's something to get used to. Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm just saying in the chat that she's being a bit shy right now. It's fun. Oh, I love this. I'm getting quite red right now. It's partially the heat and partially just because I'm a bit overwhelmed. Let me just take a sip of my drink. Ooh. Yeah, it suddenly got really warm in the Netherlands. So I am knitting a sweater currently that I just started on the second sleeve. It is made with Peruvian Highland wool from Holland Creatief, of course. I'm just starting the second sleeve, but it is a fully 100% Peruvian Highland wool yarn. So it is going to be super warm, and right when the heat kicks in is right where my sweater motivation starts to stop. So I just have to power through knitting that, and I do really want to have it finished because it's been so long that I've been knitting this, like almost half a year. Thank you. Now I'm mostly blushing right now. It's not just the heat. I'm mostly blushing because Antje is saying some really nice things in the comments. Like, wow. Yeah, currently knitting a sweater with her yarn, and yeah, it is turning out to be so great, and I cannot wait to wear it. But as I've mentioned a couple times before, it is suddenly really warm right now. It is super hot, like 28 degrees, and I love the heat. I love that it's getting warm enough to walk around without a jacket, but I don't need it to be warm enough to like kind of melt away when I'm just sitting here in a t-shirt. Like, I don't need that kind of heat. I just want the heat where it's comfortable to just walk around, to sit outside in the evenings and everything. I just want that. But that's alright. It's something to get used to, the heat right now. Yeah, I completely lost every train of thoughts that I just had. So the sun started over here and it is now like all the way here. So I am super worried that it is going to... No, it's not going to peek behind the curtain just yet, so that's fine. But it is going to in a little while, I think. Yeah. My window is at the west-south, like mostly south side. So I get sun around 2 p.m. I get the full sun on here. Or maybe a bit earlier than that. I don't really know because I work during the day mostly. So I'm just getting the sun like right around the window at like early afternoon, and then it just won't go away until 10 p.m. right now. or yeah, 10-ish, I believe the sun sets. It is lovely to see the sunset, and it is lovely that my room gets some heat and gets some natural lighting. I love that, but it also means that I'm getting a lot of heat in the summer, and that I'm constantly shifting things around when I want to video or take a photo or anything. It's just, there's always some sun somewhere. Thank you for this very kind words, Salome. I'm, yeah, I'm not too, what's the word? I'm not shy, but insecure. I'm not too insecure about my pronunciation or anything, but it's just, it does bother me. It does sometimes bother me when I cannot come up with the right words for something, or when I feel like my natural talking speed is pretty alright. It is like, this is my current talking speed is like my general talking speed, but then I tend to just slow down a lot when I'm thinking of what to say, and I feel like in editing that is super annoying because I'm just going on and on and on and on and on, and then I just stop. And that mostly happens right before or right after a cut that I have to make. So you'll sometimes see me like rambling on, and then you'll see a cut, and then I'm just talking slowly again. That's, oh no, my stage marker. That is mostly what happens whenever I'm like misspeaking or I have lost my train of thoughts. I'll just take a pause and go on again, but that means I do lose my speed. In an ideal world, I would just talk this speed all the time, and I would not have to worry about me not knowing how to say something, or not really pronouncing things correctly. Because in my last video, was it my last video or was it the one before that? No, it was my last video where I had the vintage, or well, not the vintage, the older knitting book from 2002. I believe it took me 8 tries to say that right, and I did kind of keep that on camera because it was something that happened, and it was like, I don't feel too bad about it, but yeah, it was something that happened, and it was something that I felt kind of annoyed about, like not being able to pronounce 2002 correctly. I still don't know how you say 2002. Like, it's not flowing. It's not flowing right out of my mouth. It is a struggle to say it correctly, but that's all right. We're learning. We're doing it, and we are managing. You should definitely start a knitting channel or a knitting podcast. It has helped me so much with my English, or with my like way that I'm saying things, with just keeping my train of thoughts, with just with a podcast. You just, well, I generally before recording, I just lay out I have a table right here. There's a tiny table, and I just lay out everything in the order that I want to talk about it. And I make mental notes of what I want to say about the project, like generally speaking. I just try to remember the pattern, the yarn, and I just try to convey my general thoughts on the pattern and on the yarn and on how the two are blending together. And then I just sit down and record. And in the beginning, I really was struggling to kind of get it to a good length. I feel like I started with podcasts that were 20 minutes, or like were heavily edited 20 minutes, because I just had some footage of me just sitting there blankly being like, I don't know what to say anymore. But after doing this I have uploaded 10 knitting podcasts I have uploaded 10 knitting podcasts. Oh, God. I've uploaded 10 right now, and I feel like if you would compare the first one to the very last one, the difference would be huge. Like, not only in the quality of the video, of the camera, and of the audio, like especially the audio. My first video did not have proper audio. Like I feel like my first 5 videos were just the audio was terrible. If you could like listen to it, I commend you on that, because wow. I turned the volume all the way up to 400%, and it still wasn't like, it still was barely audible. So that's not great. So that has changed a lot. And then the other thing that really changed was just me being comfortable and me talking through my mess ups. Like, not just have a ton of footage. Like, I could fill a whole video with me just staring, like being annoyed at myself because I messed up. There's just so much of this phase, and then just and moving on. There's just so much footage of that on my within my videos that I edit out, and I have a lot of that in the first couple videos, and then later on I don't really have it anymore. I just saw that I uploaded, I think it was 43 videos in 9 months, so that is quite a bit. Yeah, you just get better with practice, and I really enjoy the fact that I didn't really blow up before I had posted a couple of videos, because some people do get like to the point of monetization pretty quickly, like sometimes within 3 videos or something like crazy like that, couple months. I started uploading in August, I think, beginning of August, and then just posted weekly-ish. In the beginning, I definitely didn't post weekly because I just had a lot of issues with coming up with content, or just things like that. I didn't really know what to film. I didn't really feel comfortable filming, so I just procrastinated on that a lot. And I didn't like the audio, I didn't like the editing, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, so I just kind of put it off a lot. So that was something. But later on I got to posting regularly, like weekly, and then I suddenly made a video that hit 20,000 views pretty quickly, and that was crazy. That was end of November last year, I believe, and I got crazy amount of views. It was my 10 free sweater patterns to knit this winter video. I don't know why it got picked up. I don't know how. I don't know what happened there, but the algorithm picked it up and people picked it up and viewed it, and it just spread like crazy. I remember it not doing too well in the beginning. I feel like the first few hours it was at the bottom, like a 10 out of 10, because YouTube in the analytics on your dashboard, it ranks your 10 most recent videos. And it was all the way at the bottom, and I was like, oh well. It was a video that I filmed, I think, an hour before uploading, and then my hard drive crashed, and it was a whole hassle to just get the footage on my laptop and get it edited and get it out. because I believe I had a different video filmed for that week that I didn't put out because I wasn't too happy with it, and then I just was like, oh well, I'll just throw something out this week. And then it got picked up pretty big. And then I was 20,000 views and I believe almost 500 subscribers further in just a couple days or a week or something. It was wow. And after that, the growth just kind of, it didn't really stop, but it slowed down. And oh god, people are watching now. Like, people are actually watching my videos. It's not just my mom or my dad watching right now. It is actual people are watching my videos. So I'm really happy that that didn't happen earlier on, because then that pressure would have come a lot earlier. Now it would have, it would have maybe not be too great if just in the beginning it blew up crazy, because I wasn't really ready for that. I wasn't really at the point where I wanted tons of people. Like, I did want a lot of views, obviously, and followers and everything, because that's how social media works. But I don't think I actually wanted people watching my videos, because this just gave me the liberty to mess up. Like, it was just my mom watching, so who cared if something was off, and who cared if I wasn't like performing at my best, or if I was stumbling all over my words, or who cares if I forgot to say something. Like, nobody was watching, so nobody cared. And now some people are watching, and it's alright. Like, I enjoy people watching, but also in the back of my mind it starts to sink in that people are actually watching this. Like, people who don't know me, who I don't know, people are watching this. And that's also a lot of fun, because I get a lot of really nice people watching me and commenting, like, as well as on this live stream. I was quite nervous to actually start this, because what if nobody was watching? What if nobody actually wanted to see it? But I do have a pretty nice audience, that some people, even with 4 minutes of notice, some people do tune in, and I just love that. This again is partially the heat and partially just me blushing, because I don't know, I just feel super blessed with having an audience, having this audience. And yeah, Salome and Antje were just commenting away in the comment section, and I just love this. I love like creating a tiny community, or just having people around and just having them be interested in what I'm making and what I'm saying. That's wild to me. Yeah, definitely. Your first few videos will not be great. Well, that's a harsh thing to say, but your first few videos will probably not be your best videos. But just upload something. Like, if you don't upload anything, you're not going to get any feedback or any incentive to make you do better. In that way, it's not going to make you want to be better, really. Like, what will happen if you're just waiting until you have the perfect video to post is it's going to take you years and years and years and years and years, and you still won't have the perfect video. Like, there won't ever be a perfect video, probably, So your first few videos shouldn't be your perfect video. Thank you, Antje. This is a Starbucks mug that I got in Paris. I do collect these wherever I go, and just sometimes I take them from cities, sometimes from countries. I mostly have cities, but I also have the United Kingdom one because I went to the UK with my parents a lot, and buying a new mug at every single village or city that we visited would have been a huge collection at this point. So I just went with the United Kingdom one because it just saved me a lot of money and space. But I mostly drink coffee out of this in the morning. But today it is just lemonade because it is way too hot to drink a hot drink right now. And it's also way too late to drink coffee for me. I feel like ever since I'm working at a place where there's an office and I have my own desk and there's a kitchen with a coffee machine, I am drinking so much coffee these days because that's just what you do. If you're sitting behind a desk, you want something to drink, and the coffee machine is right there and the coffee is free. So I am just drinking a lot of coffee right now, except for in the weekends because I don't work weekends. So weekends are kind of my detox moment from coffee, because I might drink a cup in the morning, but I usually don't because I don't know, it's just not that appealing when you have to kind of pay for your own coffee. It's not too appealing to get coffee, or I don't know. I don't have an office job at all. I just happen to have a desk in a room with 6 other people, and I just happen to sit at the desk a couple times a day, but I'm mostly walking around. I do put in about 10,000 steps at least every day. Once it was even 16,000 for just working from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., so only 7 hours. And I had walked 16,000 steps. That was a crazy day, and I did not at all see my desk. And I did not at all have coffee. Might have had one, but I did not really have time for coffee that day. I just ran around like a crazy person, and then I went home and went straight to bed because it was exhausting. I work at a museum, by the way, and I sometimes run events there. So this was a special event with someone who wrote a book and wanted to present it at our museum to his friends. And it was a rough one, let me say that. It was... the guy was 94 years old, and he used to be working as a director, I think, like a regisseur in Dutch. So I think it is director of a theater, and our theater wasn't really up to his standards. But that's alright, that's fine. We managed, he went home very happy, and that's all that matters right now. I see that Antje mentioned that she's been dyeing today. Are you, by any chance, dyeing some yarn up for the... Well, Breidagen is pretty far away. Are you dyeing new yarn? Do we have some new colors maybe coming? I would love more of Antje's yarn, but I might need to, first of all, finish some things with the yarn that I currently have, because... Ooh, a new collection even, wow. I currently have the yarn that I'm using for a sweater. My blue sweater number 15 is from Antje's yarn. Then I have green, some green yarn that I'm going to use up in a cardigan. I have a red cone that's going to be a marled sweater. That I'm going to be holding together with some white mohair to make a Monday sweater. And then I have more yarn for one other project. So I have 4 projects currently, either on the needles or in my mind to knit up with her yarn. I'm set for now, but I do want more. I feel like with yarn, I could always use more because you never have too much yarn, and every color is just slightly different. And yes, I do have this purple color, but if someone made this plum color in a wool, I would also want to have that because this is cotton and it's totally different, right? Please tell me I'm not alone in that. This color is just so pretty. It is so pretty. And I love holding this up, and then at work in my lunch breaks I do knit a lot, and then people always come up and ask me what I'm knitting. I just hold it up and it is teeny tiny, and people are like, oh, what, like, is that for a kid or something? But then I stretch it out and I'm like, nope, it's for me. It's 2x2 ribbing, so it stretches out a lot. I cannot wait to try this on again, because the last time I tried it on was when I joined in the round, and I just wanted to see if the fit was alright. And it was, but I'm now, this might be 7 centimeters maybe, or 10, no, 10 definitely. Definitely around 10 centimeters. So just 10 to 15 more to go. And then I have this camisole finished. I do see that the sun is, like, if I'm sitting like this, the sun is right in my face. So I'm moving forward a bit and hoping the sun will stay out just a tiny bit. I've already been live for 47 minutes, guys. It is... I feel like the first 5 minutes were hard because I was really unsure what I was going to be talking about, which is something that I could have thought about earlier. Like, I could have generally planned out what I was going to talk about before hitting go live, but I didn't. So we're now in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, what am I going to say? Actually, like, I didn't think about this. But then everything turned out to be great. Everything turned out to be all right. We are live. We have been live for over 45 minutes, which is a lot. I feel like I only have a couple videos that are longer than 45 minutes. Like, I believe I have one video that's an hour, and I believe I have 1 or 2 that might be 50 minutes. But I don't really do the super long content. I do watch Nitty Natty, who makes knitting podcasts of 1 hour and 45 minutes, or 1 hour 30 minutes, or something like that. But I do sometimes watch those entirely, but I also sometimes don't, because sometimes it takes me a week to catch up on videos, and then she posted 2 podcasts already, and I just only watch the second one because I feel like she doesn't knit too fast, so I'm alright with skipping one sometimes, just because I'm not missing too much. Do you enjoy test knitting? I actually do, yeah. I really like test knitting. I really like being able to help out the designer. I have test knit, I think this is my 5th. I test knit 3 times for Colibri by Johanna, a German designer. I made a camisole for her, the what's it called? The one with the bows on either sides. It's not the the George's top. I knitted that for her. That was my first ever test knit, and I absolutely love that. I am going to lengthen it so that it's just a bit more wearable for me, because I did knit it a bit too short because I really wanted it to be done, and then it was done and it was too short. So I don't really wear that a lot, and if I just knit it a bit longer, that would be great. Then I also knit the Edgar cardigan for her, my blue cardigan with twisted ribbing details on the arms. You might have seen that one. I love knitting that as well. It was, however, a test for a winter-ish pattern because it used 6 or 7 millimeter needles, and it was knit up in wool and alpaca, held together with mohair. That was very hot to knit in July and August. Don't know if I'll be knitting a lot of winter tests in the summer. I feel like knitting summer tests in the winter is easier that way around because, I don't know, just the heat of the wool on your lap when you're knitting a full-blown sweater or cardigan, it is a lot. So yeah, that's one that I knit for Johanna. And then the latest was the Amadeo summer sweater that I finished pretty recently, and I talked about that last on my previous knitting podcast. And yeah, that was just a dream knit for me. I feel like I had that yarn laying around for a year almost, or maybe even over a year. I just had it laying around for so long waiting for a pattern, and then just a picture of the pattern came out and I was sold, and it was perfect. So yeah, that was maybe my best test knit experience ever, because it was just something that I feel like I've been waiting for so long without having waited for it. I didn't wait for it at all, but it felt like I was waiting for this moment, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know, I'm just rambling. It is gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. The sleeves are so easy to knit, but they look so incredible. I'm just fully blown away by this pattern, and even by my like finished object. I'm just blown away by it, and it wasn't even too hard. So yeah, that was my dream test knit. Then I also did some socks for Lemon Squeezy Knit, the casual cable socks, and those were super easy to knit up as well. They just looked like they were cables, but they were actually mock cables. So that was super easy to knit. I really love that. I think I knit the second sock in a week or so. Just, it went by so quickly. And I love that as well. And then now I am doing this test for Carline's Corner, who is actually an in real life friend of mine. I love her a lot. She has just done her exams. I believe she's still waiting for the results, but just her exams have pushed back the release of this pattern, which is kind of great-ish for me, because that does mean that I get to knit on it a bit longer before having to post pictures about it or just posting a lot about it. I just get to knit on it a bit longer, and hopefully I'll finish it before the release date. Release date is currently not scheduled, but do keep your eye out on this, because it is very beginner friendly, and it is very it's just very easy to knit. It's very pretty to knit. It is made to measure, so it will fit just about everyone, I think. For me, it fits great. I'm just not a do your own math kind of girl. Should have known that before applying for this test. But yeah, I don't think I'm a made to measure girl. But I am loving knitting this up. I am. I really am. Just doing the math myself isn't really what I was planning on doing or hoping on doing in that sense. I don't know, it's just a lot of thinking when you really just want to knit, or you just want someone to tell you what the what you are supposed to. You just, I don't know. But I might be too picky about that. I just want someone to tell me what to do, and I'll follow their instructions. Maybe not 100% because I also tend to modify patterns just a tiny bit to make them perfect for me. So I don't know, I shouldn't complain too hard, I guess. I don't know. Feel like the sun is either setting right before it hits my face, or it will hit my face before it sets. I don't know. I just see that it is a beautiful, clear sunset right now. That is super pretty. And I do see that I made a mistake here in the ribbing. 2x2 ribbing is great for if you don't want to think about what you're doing, but it is also so easy to mess up. Because if you just offset your pattern by 1 stitch, you are done. Luckily, I catch it only 2 stitches further. I really should have put in a stitch marker to see like where I started off, because looking at this, I feel like I didn't make any progress, but I also feel like I did do a couple rounds. Yeah, I don't know. Next time I'll probably put in a stitch marker to just see how much I've knit. But for now, this, you just have to look at this and think, oh wow, you knit a lot, and we just have to do with that. I don't know, words are not flowing as easy as words are not coming out of my mouth as easy as I want them to right now. I don't know. It's just feel like it's so much fun to just knit here and chat here and everything. I don't know. I'm really enjoying myself here. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm just really enjoying it. I do think, however, that I'm not going to be holding on for too much longer, because I'm just getting a bit tired and my words aren't doing what I want them to do right now. That's fine, but I do think that means it is probably time to go. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for clicking on this live stream, and thank you for watching it. If not all the way through, just watching a little bit with me. If you're watching this after the live stream happened, I'm super happy to have you here as well. Maybe next time you want to join me live. I am going, I'm planning on going live every week, Friday at 8 p.m. Amsterdam time. Have a nice weekend, Antje. Have a nice weekend, everybody. I'm planning on going live every week at 8 p.m. Amsterdam time, but it might change sometimes a little bit with my, just depending on my schedule. But I hope to keep you updated on that. And with that, I just want to say, I hope to see you guys again real soon. Sunday even. You're getting a video on Sunday, like where I will have filmed this video. Still unsure, probably at my parents' place. But you'll see me on Sunday nonetheless. And in the meantime, take care. And I'll see you guys real soon. Bye guys. Bye.